Okay.
I just realized from this title, it's just this like chill, nice stream for the evening. But are people like expecting a freaking dating simulator or something? No, God, no, no, ah. Like, unironically though, I should do that. Like, date night with Chad. Wouldn't that be absolutely amazing? And he has like wholesome vibes. And we just sit and talk about our week and be like, oh my god, bestie, how was your week? Let me turn on some tunes. Let me sit. Hello there. You look astounding today. And don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. What? You're insecure about your angles? You look great from this angle too. Do not worry about it in the least. But you also look amazing from this angle. But also from this angle. I can't stop looking at you from every single angle imaginable. Oh yes, indeed. Then you just run around your date like in 360. Just really awkward and they desperately try to keep up. Like, oh my god, what are you doing? And then they freak out and date accomplished. Let me try something. Okay, let me try something. Oh, it is swag. One thing I realized today, chat. How's the music volume, by the way? Let me know, chat, if the music volume is appropriate for your little earballs. One thing I realized today is that Riz is like 3 generations downward from swag. Basically, well, not exactly. It's not a perfect synonym, right? It's like Riz is more like charisma or like game, but swag is more like style or like drip, basically. But yeah, that's better. Drip is like 3 generations further down from swag, essentially. I feel really old because I realized in my recent recordings that I have seen at least 4 or 5 generations of slang come and go in like my adult life alone, and I was never particularly up to date with it to begin with. So yeah, that's a wild ride. Absol, thank you so much for doing the Lasso Squad. Mwah. By the way, if you didn't know this, if you're a member on the channel, you can actually link your account to Discord, and you get special roles on the Discord server that gives you access to cool stuff, and you have colors on your name, and like just wow, the kind of swag anyone, the kind of drip, Riz, anyone. God, am I trying to sell this to Zoomers? I guess so. Nothing like listening to Click while working. Phantom Queen, thank you so very much. Anonymous69, thank you so much. Caught a stream? Heck yes, I seem to have caught you too. Oh yes, indeed. We're just leaning into this dating roleplay. God, it's gonna be bad. I look best in Lovecraftian, non-Euclidean angles and impossible geometries not meant for mortal minds. Hashtag just elder god things. That is very wholesome. Thank you very much for the super chat. Panda Queen Lover, thank you so much. What is your opinion on raisins in potato salad? I like raisins in general. So I'm not sure if I ever tried it in potato salad. Might be worth trying though. Or to make someone suffer. It's like something you tell your friends. Like, you better behave today, or I'll put frickin' raisins in the potato salad. You absolute buffoon. 8 man, thank you for everything you do. Mario, thank you so very much. So we're just sitting here today because I felt the need to catch up with my community. Right? I always love to do these streams because it's so nice to just sit and catch up with people and talk about subjects we find interesting, maybe jump into some games or something fun. It's just a good vibe. And it is Saturday after all. I know it's technically Monday, okay? But in my, like, YouTuber brain, where days just blend together, it's basically Saturday. Because I was working over the weekend to catch up with the fact that I had a cold last week. So yeah. Oh, that's gorgeous. I have to serve myself a little Cuba Libre. KO, thank you so much. And Foxy, thank you so much for the lasso. And Fat Man Dude, thank you so much for the lasso. And Yukai, thank you so much for the lasso. You're all absolutely amazing. Oh, love to see it. You absolutely smell so nice. Does anyone have a cat? I love cats. I have a cat. He's really chunky. He's so chunky. It's absolutely amazing. I love him. He hairs everywhere. I love him when he doesn't poo everywhere. Okay. I have a story about my cat, Simba. Well, to be more exact, it's a family cat. We kind of split taking care of him because he has diabetes, so it's tricky to stay on top of it like every day and every night, but I take care of him sometimes, right? Alien Ace Cat, thank you so much for gifting 5 subs. You beautiful being. This one is all for you. Well, that's way too generous, thank you. So one day, I was watching Simba, the cat, the man, the myth, the legend, the hairball. And his tummy gets a little upsetty spaghetti sometimes, right? And when I say upsetty spaghetti, I mean like imagine a nuclear bomb goes off in an outhouse. It's not good. It's not good. So what happens? There was 5 noble lassos you gifted? Oh my god. That's so generous. Jesus Christ, thank you so very much. And Anonymous, thank you so much for the 5 memberships. You beautiful being. You're all way too generous. What are you doing? This is absolutely bonkers. Thank you. Mwah. Right, so where were we? Okay, so his tummy was a little upsetty spaghetti, as what happens with kitties sometimes. And I slept for a normal 7-8 hours, something like that. And when I woke up in the morning, oh dear God, I've never woken up to a household in such disarray. First, I went into the cat's litter box room, which was in the bathroom, and both litter boxes, yes, he has 2 because he's a chunker and he poops a lot. So he has 2 boxes just in case he manages to fill one up really fast, right? So what happens is that he diarrhea sprays over the first box, and then he's like, yuck, I don't want to touch that one. So then he goes to the second one, diarrhea sprays all over that. Okay, good. He doesn't want to touch his boxes anymore. Great. Then he goes to the sink in the same bathroom, sprays her over the sink. So he's kind of a good boy, right? He's trying to aim for, like, the sewer systems. You know, he's trying to aim for the sinks and the toilety parts. So he completely sprays that sink as well. Goes to the next sink in the kitchen, sprays that too. Okay, great. And then he sprays the guest room bed. So when I wake up in the morning, there are like 2 cat litter boxes just completely sprayed. They've been basically brown painted. And then 2 sinks are also sprayed. And then there's like footprints leading out of the bathroom. Poo prints. And that goes to the bed. And then the bed is just... Oh my god, I had to throw away so much stuff. That was fun to wake up to, right? That day was intriguing. Like swabbing up cat poo, fixing the boxes, nuking a bunch of like sheets up from the bed. Oh my god, that was like a detonation or something. Like Jesus Christ. You know how people are afraid of nuclear plants and that kind of stuff? By the way, nuclear power is pretty cool, but like how people are afraid of nuclear fallout and all that kind of jazz. You have never seen Simba with a diarrhea night. Okay? No kind of apocalypse event is gonna look horrifying after you have babysat Simba after a diarrhea night. Jesus fucking Christ. Anyway, so, yes indeed. Ness Harman, thank you so much for doing the last squad. You beautiful being. Shit Gummy, thank you so much for upgrading your membership to Royal Lasso. That's way too generous. Thank you so very much. And Kat, thank you so much for doing the Lasso squad. So gladly, his tummy hasn't been particularly bad. This is all part of the date night simulator, by the way. So, like, if you ever have a date night, just give them some cat poop stories. It's like, hey there, baby, would you like to listen to me talk about my cat having diarrhea? And today it's like, oh my god, Clint, that's so fucking dreamy. You know exactly what I enjoy listening to, a very romantic candlelit dinner. God, I'm amazing with humans. I clicked on the click so I could click buttons to talk to the click on the click. I clicked on click's video. I like how many clicks there are in your sentence. That's very good. Ms., thank you so much for gifting a membership. You beautiful bean. Oh, gorgeous. You have the perfect voice for Dottore or Pantalone. I want you to make a voiceover of them with your voice. It's so perfect. Dottore, Pantalone. Wait, are those the characters from Has-Been? Maybe? I remember someone tagged me in something about that. But I'm not entirely sure. Feel free to correct me. I might whoosh this. We'll see in the 30 seconds when the cat explodes and be like, no, Click, God! Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Hey, Click, can you say Jolene? Don't bully me about my shorts! God, I think it's actually pronounced Jolene. But it's spelled in such a weird way. Why would you spell it like that? It's Jolene. The name is Jolene. Okay, don't worry about it. God. Raven, thank you so much for the Noble Squad, you beautiful being. How are you doing? Happy Pride? Yes! Happy Pride, everyone. It's such a beautiful, colorful month. Oh my god, it's gonna be amazing. I'm already starting to see like the clickbait titles on my YouTube homepage where it's like, Pride is on fire. Okay, calm down. It's been 2 days. Riz, thank you so much for joining the Royal Lasso Squad, you beautiful being. What plans do you have for Pride, chat? What plans do you have for Pride? I personally have started just making some fun, like, Pride shorts. Because I haven't actually edited that many dedicated shorts before. It's mainly been highlights from my videos. But I figured, like, oh, it could be fun to, like, try to make some shorts that are more, like, dedicatedly edited and polish it a bit. Because video editing is very time-consuming. That's why it's amazing to have Sloth editing for me. Mwah, absolute legend. And that helps offload so much work for me with the main videos. But it's still really fun to edit. But I don't have time to edit, like, 30-minute videos. So having, like, a 1-minute video with, like, 4 memes that I can, like, sit and polish and have fun with, it's really nice. It's really nice, even if it's just kind of like a side skedoodle. Foxy Moot, and thank you so much for upgrading to Noble Lasso. Hit Music with Friend, thank you so much for the lasso. Megad, Nope Ninja, thank you so much, you beautiful bean. And Click's voice is like butter. Not butter from the fridge, but butter, that dish at your grandparents' house after sitting on the table. And it's the perfect temperature and smoothness. So yes, indeed, we can just do this. We can just turn on the sensitivity and be like, today, it is an ASMR stream. Oh yes, indeed. It's a very chill night. Oh my. Wouldn't that be absolutely amazing? Can you imagine this? I don't know if everyone in the chat is into ASMR, okay? It's a bit of an acquired taste, I think. It's like a 50-50. You either hate it or you love it. I personally like it sometimes when I'm working or chilling and something like that. It's like a ear bass, like an audio massage kind of. It's very nice. Can you imagine a massage place that also has ASMR? So you like plug in headphones and get a massage. Can you imagine that? That'd be freaking nice. That'd be really cool. Okay, I'm gonna turn down the sensitivity, but there we go. Now I can talk normally. Hell yeah. My god, the Marvel, thank you so much for the 28. That's so long. Oh my god, Royal Lasso for 28 months. How long have you been? Is that even possible? You've been a member for like 2 years. Holy shit. Thank you. That is absolutely 2.5 years. Jesus Christ. Fix your t-shirt. May I put that? I don't have a t-shirt on. This is not a t-shirt, this is a shirt. I think you mean that you want me to bring this down, but no, I'm gonna keep it up because I am a bad disco boy from the 80s, and I also kind of look like a vampire, so I like it. I've been playing way too much V-Rising with Salty, it's been fun. Pink Joe, thank you. Hello, Click, it's great to see you. My mom and I just went skydiving for her birthday. That sounds really fun. That sounds so fun. My god. I had a voice in my head that sounds like the Click. That is good. That's how it's supposed to be. Oh yes, indeed. I'll be meeting my online girlfriend I've known for about 5 years now. We're a happy less couple. Oh, less as in lesbian, I guess. I thought it was like happy less couple, like without happiness, and I'm like, that sounds really sad. But okay, I think I get the abbreviation. That sounds amazing. The best of luck. Into the even, I click should I make a vanilla cake or chocolate cake? It's me and my partner's 2nd year anniversary. Personally, I would go for the chocolate, but I am a sinful creature. Vanilla is also really nice, but I suppose it in acquired taste. Oh, do like half-half. Oh, can you do half-half? It would look like some anime thing where it's like split down the middle. One half is chocolate and one is vanilla. Oh, God, I'm good. Will your best Putat be joining? I think Putat is playing Stardew Valley with Anne Mine right now in the other room, and also sending me text messages criticizing my choice of clothing. God, I can't even stream in peace anymore. Disgusting. Lunar Howl, thank you so much for 5 months as a Noble Lasso. For Pride, I am getting top surgery. That sounds amazing. Best of luck. I do hope you reach a point where you're perfectly comfortable in your own skin. That's something we all deserve. Some emo elf chick, thank you so much for in the Lasso Squad. You beautiful penis one is something. Mwah. Oh yes, indeed. Pride Month. I'm gonna try to go to some fun things during Pride Month. It will be a lot of fun. I don't have anything planned yet because we're kind of booked with, well, birthdays and random things and cat sitting and that kind of stuff. So we are a bit booked for this month, but I hope we get to do something related to it. It would be really fun. In the past, I've always managed to miss it, kind of, because I've always like booked family stuff. Those exact weeks. It just happens to fall in the same place because that's when everyone has time off. But we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully, I get to do something fun. Meji Sonika, thank you so much for doing the Lasso Squad. Takumi, Clicky Wiki, how are you doing after everything? I'm doing quite well, thank you very much. Life is good. I think for me the stress has settled. I mean, it was relatively short but intense for me, I think. I think for me, mentally, it was just about getting it off my own chest. And once that happened, it felt like it was like one step away from me. So, I don't know. I'm doing pretty well, I think. I had an annoying cold, though. That was nasty. So last week, when I meant to, like, get on recordings and stream a lot and have fun and do shorts and all this kind of stuff, I was like, no, every orifice is clogged with slime. Great. If you watched OT's video, that was legit me just a few days ago. It was like... It was so bad, so bad. One topic at the time is in my chat. I don't know, y'all. This guy seems Swedish. I better watch out there before I drop some Swedish slurs your way. God, I'm an awful person. We don't have that many slurs. I mean, we do, of course. We have bad words in Swedish, but it's not like the same thing, though. It's not the same thing. How are you doing, Tapiki Wapiki? Are you having a nice... Yeah, what time is it by yours? It's like afternoon or something like that? Are you having a nice afternoon? Are you working on some gay shorts? I hope you're working on some gay shorts. Shorts deserve to be gay. You know, one thing I love about shorts is to make them as gay as possible, because the shorts feed is one of the places on YouTube where it seems like transphobes and homophobes, like, accumulate. Somehow they like converge on it, so it's really fun to make gay shorts, and you get these like wild comments in your spam filter and stuff. They're like, oh my god, the agenda, they're taking over the shorts filter. And it's like, oh my god, you don't have real problems in your life, do you? Hey, a click, chocolate cake or vanilla cake? It's me and my partner's 2nd anniversary. I think you asked. I answered. I had a really good answer. Well, maybe it disappeared or something, but I will answer again, of course, because I am very invested in this cake choice. Do 50-50. I would be so thrilled. Like half the cake vanilla, half chocolate, so it's like half white, half black, kind of smacked down the middle. That would look so cool. It's like a yin-yang kind of thing, you know? That's amazing. I would do that. If you're ambitious enough, of course. Maybe it's a complete hassle. I don't know. Maybe I suggested something horrible. What I love about shorts is that they're not leg prisons. You mean pants? I'm not actually... I was gonna say I'm not wearing pants, but I'm not wearing long pants. I'm wearing shorts. Okay, calm down, chat. I'm actually wearing some sort of pants. Jesus Christ, chat. Grab some water. The thirst is real. How are you doing, Tupiki? Are you having a good time? Coming into the stream when Click is talking about Swedish slurs. Heck yeah. I mean, we did have some bad words from, like, you know, back in school. They were being tossed around. We have a couple of, like, words that are bad for immigrants, for example. It's nowhere near, like, the level of the N-word, I would say, but it's like, you know, people are gonna look at it weird if you call someone that. But then there are, like, words for gay people, for example. They're, like, not like the F-slur. They're not that hard, but they're usually used in a bad context. So, like, they feel ugly in your mouth, you know? So, but I'm not sure if they classify as slurs or if it's just that they're used in a nasty way. I don't know. I'm bad with that kind of stuff. Not that I use them, of course. That's not what I mean. But, like, comparing them internationally to other languages is tricky, because everything has such a difference in, like, history and weight and what it means and, like, the technicality. Anyway, put up my rainbow curtains for Pride in my conservative neighborhood. 2 people have already complained my work here is done. Alien Ace Cat, that is absolutely amazing. Oh my god, that is so good. The only downside, like for me, whenever, for example, I posted the banner from the Discord on Twitter as a little like, hey, happy Pride Month, now it starts, hell yeah. It was very cute, I love that gif, it's so amazing, the artist is just mwah. And someone asked me like, hey Click, what's the flag used on your tie in this art piece? And I'm like, you know what, I have no idea, because I'm a bit colorblind. I don't know if this one is green or red, or maybe a bit of both. So I'm like, I don't know, it's colorful, I think. Hi there, I've been watching your content for a month now, and I've been enjoying it. Sid, welcome, and you beautiful bean. I do hope you enjoyed the stream. Flash the Monkey. Oh, thank you so much for the Israeli shekels. That's unironically what that is. I love the word shekels, it's so good. Thank you so much for providing us a very frequent entertainment. I think you're 2 hours behind me, so I won't stay long. Oh, that makes sense, then it's pretty late for you already. No worries, and no pressure in staying if you need to go to sleep or do anything else. This is just a chill vibe. Like today that you wanted the red shirt. Oh yeah, Potat is talking crap about me. She was showing me a shirt she was thinking about buying for me. And she was like, do you like this one? And I was like, nah, I like that red one. She was like, there is no red one. Like, oh, what is it then? It's green. Ah, it looks red from this angle? Yeah, that was my excuse. We need to make a new slur specifically for YouTubers. You boobers, got him. Oh, heck yeah, one topic. You know, I had a character recently. We were playing D&D, and a character I made was a aristocrat centaur that was like super classist and everything, and a complete asshole. So part of my character development, a part of the script I wrote for the character, was coming up with slurs for people with 2 legs. So it was like, instead of calling someone 4 eyes because they have glasses, it was like, oh, look at you, 2 feet. Oh, disgusting. Or I don't know what I don't remember what the other words were. It was a while ago, but it was like so stupid, and no one else in the group, you know, because no one takes it seriously, because like no one would be offended about being called 2 feet, you know, it's ridiculous. So whenever my character came up to someone and be like, oh, look at you, dirt 2 feet, and they're like, what are you talking about, man? Yeah, 10 toes, yeah, exactly. Look at you, 10 toes. Ah, gross. Bipeds, yeah, bipedals. Yeah, exactly, yeah. I think one was like bi-turds or something like that, as in a pile of turd, you know? But bi, so it means like 2 turds. It was so bad. We were also kind of drunk, in my defense. So, yeah. But I don't know. Coming up with stuff like that is always very interesting. I think my favorite D&D character to date, though, has probably been maybe Chad Wonderwall. That was a lot of fun. Very stupid, very gimmicky. It was fun for a brief time. Teach us some Swedish. God morgon. Hur mår du? Means good morning. How are you doing? What else? Prenumerera på Click. Subscribe to Click. There you go. Hey Click, just wanted to say that you're an amazing person who gives people joy, so I shall give you a quote. You smell great today, and don't let anyone else tell you different. That's so... Oh! It's like a universe card. I love that. Thank you, Warwick. Listen to the Click ramble while knitting, and now I dropped the stitch. Damn it, I blame you. Bisha, that is perfectly reasonable. I will take all the blame. In my defense, I couldn't slur properly because I was drunk is surprisingly wholesome. When you're drunk and your friends dare you to say a bad word and you can't even get it right because you're drunk. Oh my god. Yeah, that is oddly wholesome. It's even more weird when you consider that the slurs are like made up and they're not real. I don't have a flag to display, but my brother's bringing me a little ace flag the next time he visits. That is so sweet. That is so sweet, Professor Quack. I love that. That is amazing. VPNs are great for large-looking donations. 100,000 vidn, but it's still like, it's yellow, right? Tell me that's yellow. Yeah, so yellow is usually like $10-ish? Yeah, it's like color-coded. I don't know exactly which colors are which, but I think this one is 10. Thank you so very much, you beautiful being, for the 100,000 vidn. Hi, just wanted to say I enjoy your videos. Was introduced to your channel by my boyfriend and have enjoyed watching your content ever since. Love your vids so much. That's so sweet, Hells. I do hope you enjoy your stay. Thank you so much. People are way too sweet. Oh, centaur slur for humans. Soft hooves. That is so good. That is so, oh, that's so good. That is so skin hoof. Skin feet? Ain't a skin footer. Gross. You got skin on your feet? Disgusting. Oh, yuck. Happy Pride Month. Finally came out earlier this year. It's been quite the journey of self-discovery. Oh, the real... how do you pronounce that? Niseg? The real Niseg, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Thank you so much for doing the Royal Lasso, and that is absolutely amazing. I wish you the best of luck. That sounds awesome. I do hope you get to be yourself and live life to the fullest and just embrace the happiness that comes with it. Oh my god, I'm barely keeping up a shit. Okay, we'll see. Sansu, what are you to know? Sansu just gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so very much, Sansu. That is way too generous. I hope you're having a good finish day, Sansu. If anyone was lucky enough to get a gifted membership, you can actually link your Discord account to YouTube. And you get that role transfer to the Discord server. Ooh, isn't that just amazing? And you're like, oh my god, what are you drinking? Is it wine? Is it Coca-Cola? Is rum and Coke? Because I'm a sinful creature. You know, it's Coke and rum. Or as they say, it's a cum. God, my humor is a sack of poo. Just want to say you, sir, are gorgeous. And I love your voice so much. And enjoy your content, of course. That is so sweet, Sven. Thank you so much, Sven. You're beautiful, Ben. Oh my god. And then I switch into like my mock Swedish. Oh my god, you love the voice. Ah, charming. Oh, yes, indeed. Trixie, thank you so much for the Lasso membership. You beautiful bean. Oh, I want to ask Click if he can show us his animal for a few extra seconds so I can draw it. I will post and share the video of the art, I promise. Sorry, already read and responded. I'm hard of hearing. Sorry, no worries. I can see if he's nearby. I don't think so. I think he had dinner recently and now he's probably passed out in a corner somewhere. Hey, can give this 34-year-old some courage to wear her ace colors to Pride this year. Much appreciated, Greens from Vienna. Of course, do it! Rock those ace colors. Oh yes, indeed. It's really cool. Maybe you can integrate it into an outfit. Like, that's a sneaky thing I've realized with colors as someone who's like half colorblind. But if you want to do it sneaky, like, there are 2 ways to do it, right? Either you have like a freaking whole ace flag as a cape and just like boom, like it's super in your face and it's yes. Or if you want to be sneaky about it, so basically anyone who knows what it is will see it and appreciate it, but it won't be as obvious to people who are not on board, is to like integrate the colors into a typical outfit. So like, a scar with one of the stripe colors, a shirt with another one of the colors, pants with another. You get the gist, right? So you color code a regular outfit, or like completely just babash with like freaking, a cape, like a flag and like all that kind of stuff and face paint and hell yeah. So it depends on what you are comfortable with and which style matches your personality, I believe. Videos without content. Thank you so much from the Lasso Squad. You beautiful being. Is that a call out? Is that a Hey, can you please say ace pride and trans rights are human rights? Yeah, ace rights and trans rights are human rights. That should go without saying on this channel. Good. What the frick? But thank you so much for the super chat. You beautiful being. Mwah. All the love from Ammon Jordan. Been watching your videos in 2020. All your videos. Thank you for the great time. Have a great time. Isa, thank you so much. You beautiful being. Thank you for being here and making me laugh. I've had a bad week due to work and really needed it. We'll buy you good wine if you come to France. That sounds amazing. I'm actually going to a wedding in France this summer. I have a friend who's getting married. And one of the people in the marriage is Swedish and the other one is French. So they're doing like one wedding here and one in France. And we decided like, you know what? We're gonna go to both. And now I'm in charge for wedding gifts. Let's see how that turns out. Did you study mechanical engineering or was it something else? Am I mixing things up? Yeah, I mean, it's always difficult with degrees because translation means something else. Like, for example, in Swedish, the general term for a master's in engineering is civilingenjör, which would translate to civil engineer. But civil engineer in English means specifically engineering with like infrastructure and houses and that kind of stuff, So it's like some things don't transfer that well in translation. They don't mean the same thing. But yeah, mechanical engineering is pretty accurate. Mechanical engineering bachelor, and then I got a Master of Science in industrial management with a specialization in statistical mathematics. And by extension, financial math as well. But I'm not sure how much I actually remember. One thing I realized. I realized this the other month. It's a weird thing to realize. I have been graduated from uni longer than I was in uni. You know, uni took me 5 years for the master, and I've been graduated for more than 5 years now. That is nuts. That is absolutely nuts. God. Absolutely insane. Conjured account of us. We both say hello and we love your content. Hope you have a happy gay month. We wish you to see you. Thank you so much, Emperor. You beautiful being. I do hope you both have an amazing time. Your opinion on tinfoil goes great for hats. I'm a demigirl from a smaller city in Canada, so there's no Pride events during June. Only Pride event is when I'm away in August. Yeah, I think that's usually when it's in Sweden as well. I don't know why it's in different months, but that's usually why I miss it in Sweden, because August is like typical family month, at least for me. It's not like official family month or anything like that, but it happens to be when all events smack together. So we'll see. One of my friends got recommended transphobia on YouTube. Oh! You know, one thing that I think about sometimes is people sometimes reach out to me and be like, hey, Click, there was a homophobic ad or a transphobic ad on one of your videos, which happens sometimes. We can't control, you know, who pays to place ads on our videos unless it's a direct sponsorship because, well, it's managed by Google Ads, basically, so they choose what to put on videos and not. We're one step removed. But one thing I find really satisfying is that, of course, it's a shame that those ads exist to begin with, but if they're gonna waste their money anywhere, it's so amazing that they do it here, because I know that not a single person in this audience is gonna buy into this shit. So it's like, oh yeah, you just paid a bunch of money to show a transphobic ad to people who will never buy into this garbage. So the fact that it's landing on like my channel and One Topic's channel and stuff is just, oh, they're just burning their budgets. Hell yeah. They're just paying us. That is so good. That is so good. I love that. It's such an own. Oh yes indeed. Oh yes indeed. What do you think about a Warforged bard named after the heavy metal band Metallica as a magical guitar that is basically an electric guitar, has -1 intelligence and 3 to charisma? I like that. That is good. Go for it. I think that could be really fun to roleplay. Hello, Click from Canada. Hello, Amanda. How are you doing from the land of maple syrup? I do hope you have an amazing day. I know someone else from Canada as well. Oh, yes, indeed. Anyway. Oh my god, the chat is like updating a little bit sporadically. It's like... So it's hard to read sometimes. Happy Pride, my love your content. Wildheart, thank you so very much. You beautiful being. Haters giving away money and paying Click. We are here for it. Slay. I know, right? It's so perfect. It's so perfect. Because, you know, the ads could end up in a place on the internet where people are like, you know, a bit on the fence, you know? They're like, some of the videos in my recommended are from like wholesome clicky thicky, and some of the videos are from some hateful place, you know? Oh my god, I'm so on the fence, and then they get these ads, and you know, bada bing, bada boom, maybe it's not so good, but they come here, and it's like, oh my god, it'll be the same as if, you know, I got flat earth ads on my videos, you know? That'll be perfect if I make like a confidently incorrect video about flat earthers, and then I get flat earth ads on that video. They'll be like, yes! That is gorgeous. That's beautiful. Oh, I love that. How do I buy membership? Plus, your channel rocks. Thank you so much, Soupy. I think you do it... It should be like the little dollar symbol beneath the chat box where you type messages, I think. But it depends on the platform you're on, if you're on mobile or desktop. It feels like it changes all the time. God, I sound old. Oh, the buttons move around. Those darn buttons. Jennifer, thank you so much for the membership. You beautiful being. Alex, Click, you're my antidote to Twitter transphobia. Oh my god. Twitter can be nice if you find the right circles, but it always leaks in, right? It always leaks. The Twitter algorithm is... Yeesh. God damn. Mofina, thank you so much for joining the last squad. You beautiful being. Mwah. Current D&D character is a super charismatic tiefling warlock. He's also low-key inspired by the Click. That is a yes! Absolute win. You know, there's a lot of content nowadays about, like, you know, alpha male and, you know, all that kind of shit. But you know that, you know, alpha maleness comes from when people make D&D characters of you. That's the true alpha male trait. Pineapple Pizza Fun. P.S. Nisiag is pronounced Nessie. It is! I'm the real Loch Ness monster. Oh, it's like, is it a Scottish name? That's cool. Thank you so much for the pineapple pizza fun, you beautiful bean. Ushi, thank you so much for being a member for 11 months. Goddamn. And Spicy, thank you for the membership. I watched Don't Look Up yesterday, and what the duck, I was not expecting to jab at how COVID was handled. Yes! That movie is one of those movies that you look at and you're like, yeah, this is really funny. It is very relatable. You know, this movie is basically if the world was just 5% more nuts. It's very close. It's not quite there. It's like a little bit exaggerated, but it's like if the world was 5% more nuts, this is where we would be at. You know? It's a very fine line. But it's very funny. Oh, Dessa, thank you so much for being on the last squad. You're beautiful being. This one is all for you. Mwah. Do you know when Mango will ship? It should say on the make ship page, on the Mango page. But I think it usually ships a couple of months after the sale end. It should ship very soon. It should ship very soon. Mine hasn't arrived yet either, so don't worry. Everything is like in process. You haven't missed anything, but they should be on the way very soon. Very soon. Just want a membership. Oh my god. What the frick? No. No. John, you always do this. You always spam my chat with memberships. What the frick? Look at this. It's a disaster. Look. What is this? There are barely any chat messages, just memberships. And now this thing is gonna be stuck for like 30 minutes. You're just gonna be like, oh, membership. Oh, membership. Oh, look, it's gonna be like this for like half an hour now. There's gonna be 50 twerking mangoes in line. Do you realize what you've done, John? Do you realize what you've done? Look at this. It's hopeless. It's gonna be like this for half an hour. It's just twerking mango. Look, it will keep going. See? It's hopeless. Absolutely terrible. Oh, who wants to watch twerking mango? Oh no. Oh. But thank you so much, John. That is way too generous. You have done this a couple of times, and you're absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much. I do hope you enjoyed the stream, because goddamn, you deserve to have an amazing evening. Happy Pride Month. Take this as a side note. I love to see Flat Earth pop up on your videos. That'd be hilarious. Synth Dragon, I absolutely agree. That'd be absolutely amazing. Blue Sheep Wolfie. Laying on my bathroom floor fighting a migraine, but your voice is soothing, so help me accompany that. Aww. I do hope the migraine passes soon. That sounds absolutely awful. Migraines suck ass. Clockwork, thank you for gifting 5 memberships. See, this is gonna go on forever, man. Holy crap. Pablo, thank you so much for the 20. Click, sorry, but I need a bit of help. 8 days ago in r/accidental ally video, I posted in comments to get info about gender fluidity, as I wanted to comprehend it but failed. I asked for a bit of notoriety, so I learned a bit. Gender fluidity. I'm not sure if I am the one to give input, because I don't have experience with it on my own. I think a difficult part of it is that it's not something everyone can relate to. That's not to say you shouldn't respect it. Like, that's my take on a lot of things. I cannot relate to a lot of things in the world, but I can very much identify when it's something that people do that makes them happy, or who they are, you know, and the same thing goes vice versa. There are a lot of things I do that a lot of people don't relate to, and that's perfectly fine. So I think we can ask in the chat. If anyone has any cool input, if you have experienced gender fluidity yourself, if you identify as gender fluid, what was that like for you? How did you discover it? How do you vibe with it, and what wisdom do you have to share? If you want to share, of course. There's no pressure. There's no pressure. But I think maybe they can provide much better input than I can regarding such specific questions. Happy Pride Month to everybody. What do you think about teaching us something in Swedish at the beginning of each stream? That'd be so wholesome, Kate. Maybe it's like the Swedish word of the video. Potatismos, which is mashed potatoes. Nailed it. It's only gonna be like random odd words. Fiskpinnar. Fish sticks. There we go. Thorkesson, thank you so much for you're the noble lasso. That was very charming. Oh yes, indeed. Don't look up in secretly an AI destroying humanity for resources. How else would the computer know how the president dies? That is true. That is true. That's a very good twist to that movie, honestly. Lost Peter Nelson, thank you for the 45 decur. And oh, that's a very nice profile picture. I love the demon. I love the demon. Kisses from France. So, French kisses, I guess. Could you sell the demon again? About too late on the channel. There are no plans right now, but considering Makeship asked me to relaunch Mango this year, when we did it last year, I am expecting us to do the same thing with the demon next year. So maybe not in the next couple of months or so, but I would say we'll probably relaunch it maybe similar time. So maybe like February, March 2024, I would guess. Something like that. So it will most likely come back. So you will be able to get it. Oh yes, indeed. Lily, thank you for joining the Lasso Squad. And Klaus, thank you for gifting a membership. Savannah, thank you for joining the Royal Lasso Squad. Cameron got my pin for college scholars today. Just excited I wanted to share. God, I can't pronounce shit today. But thank you so much for sharing. And that sounds amazing. Huge congrats. That is so awesome. Synth Dragon, my mango twerking. Should emotional sport demon headbanging. Yes! Oh, they're so good. Little rocker demon. Hey, hey, sending love from the sun in Norway, my fellow Viking Shady. Thank you so very much, you beautiful being for the 3 months. That is absolutely amazing. Mwah. Okay, let's see. Is it actually... God. Okay, God, I'm trying to keep up with just the super chats alone. I can't keep up. Chat, please calm the fuck. Okay, don't swear, click it. Pooh. Okay, let's see. I'm bad. Will any of the Clicky Kitty plushies come back? Maybe. They did ask me about it, but I had my hands full with relaunching the Mango and also doing all the other plushies. So we'll see. Maybe. But at this point, I don't think I can promise. My pipeline for plushies is ridiculously crammed. Click first time on your stream. I watch your videos for some time. Thank you. I laugh at least a little each. That's so sweet. Thank you so much for the 100. That's amazing. Clockwork, thank you for the 100 gipipe. Struggling with own gender identity. Sometimes it feels female, sometimes it feels male. It is confusing. I haven't figured it out yet myself, but never quite comfortable as I am. Hoping that helps a bit. I suppose that makes sense. You wake up in different, well, moods maybe is not the right word, but you wake up in different states, you feel different every day, and I think I think that's natural. There are a lot of things that vary over time in how we are as humans, and a way I have started describing gender, at least, or gender identity, to people that are not as into LGBTQ-related topics, is that think of it as a personality, or a personality trait, rather. It's not an entire personality, but a personality trait. It's like extroversion, introversion, for example. It might change over time. It might depend on who you're with, your environment, how comfortable you are, or simply changing over time. For example, I have become much less extroverted over the years. When I was 20, I was a raging extrovert, and nowadays it's somewhere in the middle, I would say. I still enjoy people, but I don't seek it out as much on my own accord. And I suppose things like gender identity and how masculine or feminine you feel can also change, well, on a daily basis or change over time, whatever you feel like. And I think that's something that makes it also quite a complex topic, because it's both a personality trait, it's something societal, it's also, for some people, of course, if you're cisgender, it ties into your biology and who you are. If you're trans, it might be the complete opposite, that it ties into what you want to be, but your body tells you something different, and you try to fix it and make those align. So I think it's such a multi-dimensional topic, and I can't possibly hope to relate to every feeling regarding it, but I like to see that there's a community that's actively talking about it, because putting labels on it is a good way of starting to classify it and figuring out, even if labels are rough estimates when it comes to a lot of things. It doesn't take everything about you as a person into account. My little sister Lindy heard your voice and now she keeps stealing my phone. Lol. Can you say hi to her? It would make her day. Hello, Lindy. How are you doing? I do hope you have an amazing day, Lindy. And please run around with the phone. Steal it more often. Oh, yes, indeed. They will never catch the phone. Lindy, take the phone. It's yours now. Run amok, Lindy. This is the angel on your shoulder talking, or in the phone. You should watch the new Spider-Man movie if you haven't. I personally loved it. I saw a bunch of people posting about it. Apparently it was a banger. I need to watch it. Hi, Click. Your channel has brought me so much joy to me and my friends. Could you give me some encouragement to go back to college? College is fun. It is. Well, I went to uni, but I suppose it's relatively similar. But one thing that a couple of older students told me when I went to uni, because I went for engineering, which is typically relatively challenging, and a lot of people drop out. And what a few older students told me, which was actually pretty funny but relatively true advice, was these years will either be the worst 5 years of your life or the best 7 years. And of course, take it with a grain of salt. Like, delaying your education by 2 years maybe isn't like the perfect balance, but you know, the sentiment is there. And I think for me it took like 5.5 years because I had a couple of leftover exams. But the point is that make sure you live life at the same time, because college and uni time is supposed to be fun. It's like this perfect time in your life when you're right between an adult and a student, and like still young, but you're still, I mean, legally an adult and all that kind of stuff. It's an awesome environment and everyone is doing the same thing. So find your place, find friends that are like-minded, and you're gonna have a blast. It's a really fun time if you seek that out. It's not only about the courses and about what you're learning. It's also about the environment and the culture and the people there. Happy Pride from Scotland. Hell yeah, Rachel. Thank you so very much. Let's see. God, I can barely keep up. I opened a separate tab with stuff, so maybe I can keep up. I don't know if this helps. Let's see. Okay, stealing phone, Spider-Man movie. Okay, now I think encouragement back. Okay, now I think I'm caught up. Okay, let's see. What's your favorite scents? Working on making soap bar design inspired by you, if possible. I would love to send you some bars and sell the rest to the batch of fans. That is amazing. That is so cool. Oh, favorite scent. I think I like soft scents the most, especially when it comes to soap and that kind of stuff. Soft things like, you know, cotton or very soft smelling flowers, that kind of thing. I prefer that over sharp smells. Cherry's Cat, thank you so much for joining the Lasso squad. Hey there, ordered a mango with a design, but the design never arrived in the mail. Am I doing something wrong? Oh, I think the best way is to reach out to Makeship support. Maybe it comes when they ship the plushie. I'm not actually sure. But if you're unsure, reach out to the support. Makeship are very sweet and helpful. So if you wonder something, that would be the best bet. But my guess would be that it either ended up in spam, they send it out at the same time as they send out the plushie, or something simply technically messed up with the email. Like one of the three. So I would ping support about it if you're unsure. I think the best way to explain gender dysphoria is feeling trapped in a tight cage. Gender euphoria is freeing yourself from said cage. Yeah, that sounds pretty relatable. Hey, Click, hope you're having a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for the 20, Rebecca, you beautiful Bendis. G Tally, thank you so much for the royal membership, you beautiful bean. And Lalabelle, thank you so much for the noble lasso. I was having a really bad few days. This chill stream is really helping. Thank you, Click. You're amazing. You're amazing. What the frick? Mr. Toffee, thank you so much for being a member. And Glass, thank you for the fire making announcement to this community. What fat man do? I'm a trans woman. Happy Pride. Oh, that is amazing. Welcome in, you beautiful bean. Ebenazor, thank you so much for being a membership performance. Thank you for existing at the same time as I exist. Nico, thank you for joining the Lasso squad. Okay, now I think I'm caught up. Finally. God. Okay. That was like half an hour of catching up on reading. It's very good reading homework, though. Don't get me wrong. Hi, I'm a young trans guy, and lately I've been feeling massive feelings of dysphoria. I'm old enough to be able to start tea, but I haven't told my parents. I'm really scared, but don't know what to do. Do you have anyone you could talk to that you know have similar experiences, or someone that might relate to your feeling? Because a lot of the times in life, when I feel lost in general, this is more a general train of thought. I don't think I can provide specific advice, sadly, but in general, when I feel lost with something, finding someone or having someone in your surrounding who's older than you are or might relate to where you were at that's gone a similar path might help shed a lot of light on the answers you're looking for. So having someone to talk to like that might help a lot, or finding a community, maybe talking to a professional about it. Something like that might help a lot. I do hope your parents come around as well. I know a lot of people are scared about talking to their parents. I know, for example, some friends I've had that have been really scared about coming out about such things because of their parents, but then it turns out the parents are actually supportive in the end. So sometimes it turns really wholesome. Sometimes people reveal their ugliest sides when presented with such things. It's I understand why it's scary, because it's like a flip and a freaking coin. And you don't know how people will react always, which is a shame. But I suppose that's my, like, general advice for big life choices when you are stuck in a situation and you know where you want to head, but you're not sure about how or who would support you. Finding someone who's gone a similar path is usually very valuable. Thank you for existing at the same time as I exist. Oh, that was the one. I read that one. That was so sweet. I don't mind reading it again. Melted Brains, thank you so much for the last. So please don't spend this on pineapple pizza. I'll spend it on pineapple pizza. I'm spending all this on pineapple pizza. How about a mango-formed soap with a slight mango fragrance? Oh, that's so good. I love that. Oh, yes, indeed. That is so nice. I love that. Oh, my God. I'm so sold. Happy Pride from South Africa. That is so sweet. Happy Pride. Rachel, thank you so much for doing the membership. Papa Taylor, thank you so much for the 2. Uploaded wholesome videos today. I blame you. Oh, yes, indeed. The influence is staggering, isn't it? Oh, my. Pineapple pizza is breakfast pizza? Oh, dear God. Well, like, leftover pizza from the day before is something special. It's like with pancakes. Pancakes are also that kind of thing that oddly gets better the day after. If you've had pancakes and then you reheat them with some extra butter the day after, like fry them up with some new butter so they don't get too dry. Oh my God, best thing ever. And then you slice them into small slices and stuff. Oh, God. Now I want day after pancakes. Update from the bathroom floor. My kitty laid by me and gave kisses. Oh. Oh. It's a migraine support kitty. That is so sweet. Oh my God, you lucky bean. Hey, Clicky Man, here is coin, because why not? I hope it helps. Happy Pride Month, and I wish all the people going through struggles luck. Remember that there is light in the darkness from a random Venezuelan. Oh my God, you hear that, Potat? There's a Venezuelan in the chat. Oh, I see. There was a green and a beige one. She's talking about my colorblind. That is amazing. Thank you so very much for the 20, you beautiful bean. And thank you so much for the message of positivity. That is absolutely amazing. Okay, God, okay, now the chat scrolled randomly again. I got the emotional support demon. As soon as it arrived, took a picture with my dog and also called an emotional support demon. She was confused. That is so sweet. Get an emotional support demon for the emotional support demon. I love that. Oh, that's so good. My degree will take 7 years because of working full-time and changing 3 faculties, looking for the right one. Mechatronic engineer to be here. I mean, that's also okay. It's better that you take a couple extra years and you actually do something you genuinely want to do. I think oftentimes we're encouraged to rush through certain parts of life too much. Because the truth is that whether you graduate when you're like 24 or 25 or 26 or 27, like, doesn't really matter. Like, you're gonna work for like 45 years anyway. Like, oh gee, you only get to work for 44 years instead of 45. Oh, the travesty. Wow, the things that really matter. Like, no, it doesn't matter. So it's more important you take your time and choose a path you genuinely want. Best pizza ever, pineapple, onion, and jalapenos. That sounds interesting. That must have a hell of a kick. Recently realized I'm gender fluid. You kind of helped me the internalized homophobia I have from my parents. So thank you. It's also my B-Day. Happy B-Day, Ramen, you beautiful bean. And I think a lot of people have gone through similar things. I get so many comments of people who are like, oh yeah, I used to totally be in like the edgy YouTuber pipeline back in 2016, and now I'm in a gay relationship. And I think that's pretty common. And I think it's also common in that age bracket where you're not a fully formed adult yourself. So you're still in that part of life where you haven't tried things yourself yet, and you've just kind of taken things that older people have told you at face value, and you haven't replaced or confirmed all of those beliefs and statements yet. So I think it's very natural to like have certain ideas when you're young, when you're a teenager, even if you're young adults, even if you're like your mid-20s. And then when you start reaching like your upper 20s, your 30s, and probably beyond, I don't know about that for sure yet, but you start gradually replacing those beliefs or those ideas that you were given by default with your own stuff and your own experience and how the world changes. So that's a sentiment I've seen shared a surprising amount. Let's see. My good. Click watching your videos help me grow as a person and come to terms with my own gender identity. I watch all your videos with my fiance. I appreciate what you do. Thank you. Seth, that is so sweet. I wish you the best of luck and amazing happiness. Synth Dragon, thank you so much for being a member. Sam, thank you so much for the noble lasso. Hey Click, thank you for making YouTube a bit more wholesome. I have family in Sweden, but don't get to see them often. Hearing you makes them less far away. That's so sweet. I hope you get to see them soon. One thing I always do with family that's like far away is try to FaceTime them. That's very nice. It helps a little bit like to see people, at least on camera, like face to face sort of. It helps a little bit, makes them feel a bit less far away, even if it's not exactly the same. From my experience, both trans relative and using psychologist myself, I recommend always having a backup professional in the matter. Hope it helps. That's a good idea. Yeah, because even psychologists and professionals can be biased, or they might not be a good fit for you based on personality or whatever it might be. So getting like a second opinion is always a good idea. Come and see Peter if you're into that. No idea what that means, but thank you so much. New Swedish word. Gulf, böll, slöre, flöbe, habbegaleb. Thank you so much, Nico. Tobias says, hi Click, your videos help me accept my sexuality, and now I'm out of the closet to close friends and my mom. They are very supportive. That is so sweet. That must help so much with like the nervousness when like the first few people, like the inner circle that you should choose to share something like that with, when they accept it. Because then you're at the point where it's like, okay, if there is some random asshole in my life who doesn't accept it, well, I still have my core circle around me, so that random person can go eat ass. You know, it's not good, but you know, you'll be fine. And I think that helps so much. Feeling that your inner circle is on your side is an amazing first step. I have my finals tomorrow. My nerves are absolutely fricked. Glad to catch your stream, makes me feel better. Hanka, I wish you the best of luck on your finals. Exams are always really stressful. My own kind of ritual I had with it was to have a breakfast I like, wake up a little bit early so I don't get stressed in the morning, and then afterwards I always had a specific burger place I went to, where I had like an after-exam burger. That was my ritual. It was beautiful. First time to catch it live. Hi everyone, happy Pride from Mexico. I'll start my medical internship on July, so wish me luck. Oh, that sounds amazing. I wish you the best of luck. Have a great evening. Just Multi, welcome in, you beautiful bean. I do hope you enjoy your stay. Hey Click, are you making any new r/found Satan IRL or furry IRL? Oh, I don't know what that subreddit is. I have no idea. Scandalous. God, my chat is just like randomly slandering me at this point. Disgusting. Found Satan is really fun. Oh my god. Furry IRL? No idea what that is. I would never look at those kind of memes. Gross. Told my kids to take their time to figure out what they want in uni. Will always be there and support them no matter what. Cheers from Guatemala. That is very cool. I think that's very important. It's important to give people the sensation that they are allowed to make their own choices, but you will be there for them. I think that's the best kind of coaching I have ever received in my life, so to say, where you feel free to make your own choices, people aren't funneling you down a certain path too hard, but they're also there for you if you drop the ball. You know, you feel like you're not alone, or if you make a mistake, you're not gonna just be standing there like a little poo-poo. So I think that's the best way of doing support. And also, of course, you know, if someone young goes completely freaking astray, then it's like good to try to help them figure it out. But in general, that's something I think I value a lot, because people also perform so much better in life in general. I'm not only talking career and university, I'm talking hobbies or personal life or relationships or whatever it might be. People are typically performing much better in life in general if they are allowed to like naturally gravitate towards the choices they would make. And that's very cool. Have you ever had a gender crisis? I'm in one, lol. Aw, I hope you get through it. Not really. I've had crises with other things in life, like what I want to do. I had a bit of a crisis when I was deciding if I was gonna do YouTube or be an engineer. Because I still remember how my thoughts were going. It's like, oh my god, will I just be like sitting in my room all day, which I kind of do anyway, but will being a YouTuber just isolate me from the world and make me weird, and which I was already, so that was fine. And will it make me like lose the glorious path of a normal career where you grow as a person or whatever? There were a lot of thoughts swirling through my head. That was definitely like a sort of an identity crisis, I suppose. Like, do I want to embrace the YouTubing thing, or do I want to stick to what I actually have a degree in? But that was a tough choice. But I haven't had a gender crisis specifically. About the edgy gay comments, heck yeah, character development, also a huge relief to hear was a common occurrence. I'm not sure how common it is in terms of statistics, I just know that I've seen that exact sentiments many, many times. And I think it also just the trend of the internet has a tendency to have a very like pendulum effect. And that's something you see when you've been on the internet for, well, a decade or two, that it very much goes like this, you know? And it's kind of interesting to see. Flameburb, thank you so much for the one. Anna Ladders, thank you. Starting a master's abroad this September as an adult returning to academics and stressing over everything. Watching your videos and stream has been keeping me sane lately. Have some thank you shekels. Thank you so much for the shekels, you beautiful bean. I love myself some shekels. Some pineapple pizza shekels, hell yeah. I think stress is fine as long as it's temporary. Stress is actually an amazing performance enhancer. That was something I learned at something I've experienced, of course, too. Like, the lesson was encouraged or verified by personal experience. But stress, in appropriate dosing, is an amazing performance enhancer, whether it's physical or psychological or, well, even intellectual in university. If you've ever been to a test, for example, or tried to study yourself when you're a bit unmotivated, like, you're the most focused. If you're having like a decent day and you're sitting at an exam, decent days sitting at the exam, that's when your brain is like hyper focused. That's when you get the most done. That's when you learn the most, ironically. Not if you're having a bad day. If the stress overwhelms you, if it turns into anxiety, then that typically just locks you up and it messes it over. But having the balanced amount of stress is an incredible performance booster. But you shouldn't have it constantly. That's when you reach a burnout. Like having stress all the time, constantly, on a level that's difficult to handle, not good, not healthy. Having small bursts of stress whenever you're doing something very important can be very valuable. And also very natural. Like, it's okay to be stressed from time to time. No, not the pineapple pizza Liz! That goes right to the pineapple pizza fund though, yes indeed. Hey Click, fortsätt vara dig själv och förändra dig aldrig. Hope I didn't butcher that too much. Oh, that's really sweet. Aw, thank you so very much. As someone who hopes to open an animal sanctuary, it does suck to just be working for money, not doing what you love. Yet, that is tricky. I've always found, even with YouTube, where I am my own boss, you know, all that kind of stuff, apart from YouTube freaking monetization guidelines, I guess, but aside from that, I'm my own boss. I make the videos I want, I stream when I want to, I work the hours I want to. If I want to be completely lazy ass and play video games until 3 in the afternoon and then work until midnight, I can do that. Not sure how healthy it is, but but I do it sometimes. And even with that, even with all the choices and freedom that comes with doing something like this, I still find that there's always this delicate balance between doing what you want and selling your soul. Because doing what you want doesn't necessarily pay the bills. For example, if it was up to me, for example, take a silly example. If it was up to me, I wouldn't censor swear words in videos, for example. I mean, I'm Swedish. We don't care that much about swear words. Maybe it is the best thing to censor them anyway because of like the general appeal of the content. I don't know. But for me personally, it feels weird to be so overly careful about swearing. But then again, it's like a small piece of my soul that I sell or that I censor out so I can actually get a paycheck from YouTube. Another example is, for example, different sponsorship and that kind of stuff. Very valuable when YouTube is weird with the monetizations or when you have to like have extra expenses or whatever it might be. But of course, it's like even when the sponsorships, I think I can speak like a little bit off payroll, I suppose. Nobody watches my shit anyway. But It's not like you genuinely believe that every sponsor you take on is like the most world-bending, amazing thing, like, the scripts you get to tell you. That goes for any ad in the world. I mean, look at the typical yogurt commercial on the TV. It's like some lady sitting there being like, "Oh, it's the euphoria of my life. I was depressed and my family sucked, but now I have this random light yogurt and my life has turned around." It's like, fam, come on now. So I guess it's something everyone does. It's just the norm of advertisement in a silly way. But my point is that with a lot of things in life, there is this balance between passion and selling your soul. And I think it's important to find the balance where it's like, you sell that 10% of your soul you're fine with. It's like, okay, I can bend it a little bit. But if you go all the way, the passion is going to disappear and it's going to be fake and it's going to be bad. But on the other way, if you're too strict about that kind of stuff, you're not going to be able to actually do what you want to do either. So it is a fine balance. Hey, Click, you always make me laugh and smile. Your videos help my mental health and whatnot, with mango twerking and things, just like soothing voice. I hope you see this comment. Yes. Oh my god, I did. I should really stop drinking carbonated stuff while streaming. Oh, I will never learn. Thank you so very much for the nice comment. That is beautiful. Human topic, help me find my queerness. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, hell yeah. Hi, Click. The first stage of furry is 10 years of denial. I don't know what that is. Yeah, English is not my first language. I don't know what any of those words are. Crystal, thank you so much for joining the memberships. You're beautiful. And Lily, thank you so much for joining the Noble Lasso squad. Did I accidentally got membership gifted one of your streams with OT? Because I have come in to say hi, never noticed, hadn't renewed for months. Maybe. It's possible. They drop in sometimes, which is really cool. This will be my last super chat. I'm using this for the two questions I keep seeing. 1, will you be interested in streaming Tears of the Kingdom to Kingdom? 2, will there ever be a Q&A video? Ooh, interesting. Tears of the Kingdom, maybe. I stream some, video games a little now and then. I'm not particularly dedicated as a gaming channel per se, but maybe. Maybe. Never say never. Will there be a Q&A video? Ooh. I have done a couple of Q&A things in the past. Mainly streams. One time I did a Q&A where I let people ask questions on the Discord, and I compiled them, and then I answered them on stream, and then I had a second portion where people could ask live questions in the chat. That was a pretty good balance. I might do something similar to that again. One thing, though, that I'm probably gonna wait for a bit is is for the more recent drama stuff to kind of settle down a bit more, honestly, because I wouldn't want to do a Q&A and half the questions are about drama stuff that I don't really want to rehash or drag out or anything. So that's probably one thing I'm gonna wait a little bit for, honestly. Not because I have problems with questions about it, not because there is anything more to it, at least as far as I know, but it's not just the vibe I'm looking for, so to say. Let's see, what do we have here? Oh my god. Just tweeted you a photo of my pet ducks and Star Wars themed fundraiser for our local shelter. It'll be 15-year-old duck. Oh my god. That's amazing. I'm gonna go check out that picture right after the stream. That sounds so good. Thank you so much. Aroga, thank you so much for the 22. Having slept through a couple university exams, there's obviously a reason I'm a tradesperson. There is also a reason I've chosen not to be my own boss. I would rather let others line up for work and do my best on quality. Yeah. It is tricky to be your own boss, for sure. It is not for everyone. And I'm not saying that as something mean. I'm saying that as something because I've experienced both. Both lifestyles have their pros and cons. One downside with being your own boss is that no one brings you tasks. It's much less stable. You have to be the one to push something and find out what to do today. It is a weird thing. You get used to it after a while, but for example, one thing that very easily slips away from you is sleep schedule. That can get messed up very fast when you're your own boss, because all of a sudden it's doesn't matter if I wake up at 7 tomorrow, or at 9, or at noon, or at 3 in the afternoon. Doesn't matter. I can do my work whenever. I work from home as well, whatever the fuck. And all of a sudden, your whole time schedule is just completely twisted, and nothing else in life works. Just an example of a typical challenge I see in the content creation world, for example. But so being your own boss can be very tricky. Having something in your life that sort of forces you to follow a healthy schedule is Very nice. That's actually one of the parts I miss with just having a regular job or going to uni. It was so much more balanced. Hi, Click, you always make me laugh and smile. Your videos help my mental health and whatnot with mango twerking and things. I just like your soothing voice. I hope you see this come. Oh yeah, that was I read it again! That is so good. That is so good. My advice would be not to worry about knowing what you want to do with your life all at once. You will work it out along the way. Yeah, that's also true. I mean, look at me, for example. If you want just a small snippet of that. I had no clue what I wanted to do. I mean, I still don't. I don't know what I'm gonna be doing in 5 years. Does anyone? Like, genuinely? I don't think so. For me, I just got out of high school, spent a year working to save up some money, went to uni for like a program that was basically one of the wider programs. Because at that point, I still had no clue what I wanted to do. I just knew that, freaking engineering sounds fun. You know, I'm decent at this stuff. And the opportunities after engineering are like so wide. I can do everything. I can be a consultant. I can be a businessy person. I can be like a mechanical engineer. I can do anything. So this is the widest thing because I still haven't decided what I want to do. So I'll pick the widest freaking thing that has the most options to select from, and etc. etc. And then I became a YouTuber. So it's never too late to make a choice, and it's never too late to change your choices. It's fine. There is this weird idea in life that we're supposed to find this path when we're like 15 years old, and we're supposed to just go on that path until we're 60. And I don't know, that I see that less and less. And as generations go on as well, that's less and less of the norm. So I think it's fine figuring out stuff as you go along. The only thing I would recommend if you're younger and you have those kind of choices is just make sure to don't close too many doors too early on, if that makes sense. So even though I don't work with engineering, I'm still super happy I went and got that degree, met all those friends, grew as a person, experienced that part of life and the world. Super valuable, amazing memories, all that kind of stuff. I don't regret it, even if it wasn't my long-term career path. And I think that's a good takeaway, that didn't close any doors. If anything, it opened more ones, because if I wanted to, if I tomorrow got sick of being YouTube, I could go back to being an engineer. And I would say that's one of my main advices for more long-term planning. You don't have to decide exactly what you're gonna do, just don't close too many doors too early. Keep some open, because that's always a benefit. When will you be able to take us out in the country for a video again? Such a beautiful place. Oh, I'm hoping to do that. I'm hoping to do the next few days. I have a video planned. That I'm specifically gonna do in the woods. It's so fun. It's so fun. It's gonna be cool. It's a chess video. There's a really cool subreddit that I hope I can do justice, which is called Anarchy Chess, and it's super fun. It's so fucking memey and shitposty. And like chessy and nerdy, and I love the vibe. It's like this perfect balance between people that actually know what they're talking about and just pure sarcasm. It's so beautiful. So I just want to bring like a freaking chessboard into the forest and just go completely bananas with Anarchy Chess. That's the plan. Going to Heroes Comic Con? A dream to meet you. Heroes Comic Con, I'm not sure which one is that. Is that the one in... I actually don't know. I don't know what it's called. Whoops. Don't know. We are low-key planning to go to Comic-Con, but I don't remember what it's called, honestly. So, I'll have to double-check. Had a nerve-wracking doctor's appointment today and rewatched your video to cheer me up, and now I can watch the stream with my smorgasbord. Thank you, that is so nice. I hope you have a speedy recovery. That is so sweet. You were the one helping get comfortable being gay and a furry 4 years ago. I have my own little family of LGBT people out in unforgivable KS. I'm so glad you found your circle of people that you can relate to and are there for you as well. That is beautiful. I think that's what any human wants, honestly. Just like a community around you that respects you, that you feel at home in. It's such a basic necessity that everyone deserves. Just remember, Click, you smell amazing. Okay, you smell amazing. You better watch out or I will sniff you. Santalon, thank you so much for the membership. You beautiful, beautiful bean. My boyfriend realized he's bi when he saw you. Oh, Abigail. Oh my, that's... I'm blushing everywhere. Oh yes, indeed. Coxnell, thank you so much for the noble Lasso membership. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Probably not. Hunter, thank you so much for the 5. Have you seen the videos on the emotional support alligator? Most wholesome videos I've seen. Oh, is that the little fat one sitting on the bed? I tweeted a picture about it. It's super good. Christina, thank you so much for gifting 5 memberships. You amazing bean. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. Moonchild, thank you for the Lasso membership. Christopher, thank you so much for the Lasso membership. And Dana, thank you for the 2. Truth prevails. Screw drama. God, I hate... I mean, drama... Okay, I'm gonna be honest. Drama is that kind of thing. It's like with car crashes, right? It's like that part of your human brain you know is kinda bad, but you can't really help it, right? It's like when you really watch when something has happened, you know? It's like, you can't look... It's that kind of thing. You know, drama is exciting and entertaining when it's happening like on an arm's reach. It's like, I'll be lying if I said I didn't keep up with YouTuber drama. I don't follow like T channels, don't get me wrong, but like, I would lie if I said I didn't watch like, you know, Moist Critical's last take on like the big news, or like Ludwig's videos when he talks about the new happenings in the creator spheres and that kind of stuff. Of course I do. I think every creator keeps up to that kind of stuff with some extent. But it's fucking weird when it's like so close to you, or when you're even a part of it. It's like, fine. I don't want that. Like, I don't want to engage with this. It feels like high school, man. So, you teased the Cerberus duck about 5 months ago. Do we have any updates? Any other stuffed animal ideas? Ooh, actually, let me check my little group chat with Makeship. I know I got some updates. Ooh, another thing that Makeship asked me about that I actually got some updates on. Hold on, can I open this without, like, showing everything on my... Let's see, can I open this one too? Ooh. Okay, let's see if I can show this. Let's see if this works. Hold on. Boop. And then I would have to do like bildskärmskälla. There we go. Look at that. So this is the emotional support demon keychain. I'll try to like... Can I move my camera a bit? Camera, please. Zoop. Oh, there we go. Now you can actually see it. So here is the emotional support demon keychain idea. So this is what it looks like. So if you don't know what it is, Makeship do these little... Do I have an example? Maybe I don't have it in this room, sadly. But they do like mini plushies that hang on keychains. So they sent me this idea of a design for the emotional support demon, and they also sent me this one for Mango. So that was something they asked me about, and I said, yeah, sounds cool. So that's really nice. I think that would be super cute. I'm not sure if this is going to be this final design yet. This is just the first sketch that we have. Oh, now Mango is twerking in my face. Great. But, so that's like the first idea and design. Maybe I want this to be a little bit more of a ball, honestly. To be more like in line with the original. Like a more chunky, like a bit more scritch. But we'll see. We'll see. I'll bounce ideas with them and see what happens. But that was one thing they sent my way. And with the Cerberus duck, they are... simply working to see the possibilities for making a 3-headed plushie. Because it is a little bit tricky when you have multiple heads and all that kind of stuff. It makes it a bit more complex. So that's the thing Makeship is checking in on right now, the possibilities with the designs for that. Because it is a little bit different and a bit more complex. But thank you for asking. So that's what's going on in the plushie world at the moment. Just curious about Lumberjack Maid Calendar when... Oh my god, I need to get on that. Because now it's finally summer, I need to do that. Oh yes. Oh, it's gonna be so fun. Everyone say Canada in chat. No. no, don't give one topic ideas about how to harass my chat. God damn it. Celebrating our 28th anniversary with you. That is so sweet, Laurie McCain. I wish you an amazing 28th anniversary. That sounds so nice. 28 years. Holy crap. That is so cool. Just thought you should know I am currently rehoming about 1 million tadpoles from my pool cover to local streams. So many amphibians. That is amazing. I hope they're all gay as well. Oh no, see what you've done with the chat. God damn it. That is that is just chaos. Jag brukar tipsa mina elever om det eftersom jag tycker du är en bra förebild för den som blir YouTubers. That is so sweet. Domino, that is so amazing. Oh my god. I'm getting like recommended by teachers. That is so cool. That is so cool. Oh, that is so wholesome. I used to be a teacher. I mean, not full time. I used to like tutor to like individual or small groups of students back when I was in uni. It was really fun. I love teaching, honestly. It's so cool. That is amazing. Aww, that warms my little weird heart. That is so nice. Giving why did that disappear so fast? Gifting 50 memberships spread happiness to your community click, and spreading happiness is my way of making certain pretty spiteful. Oh my god. John is holding no punches. Oh dear god. God damn. Thank you so much, John, for your amazing support towards myself and the community. Beautiful bean. This one is all for you. Mwah. Leondra, thank you so much for the 5. Hi, Click. What do you think about doing maths, advanced math and physics at college? Not sure if it's too streamlined, but I don't know what else to do. I mean, the good thing, I had a lot of math and physics and mechanical engineering and that kind of stuff when I went to uni, and it's a very broad field. The way I see it, with a lot of education, is that you're gonna use very little of it, usually. So for me, for example, I use almost nothing, but it's almost like brain gymnastics. It's you practice your brain and your way of thinking and your logical conclusion skills and all that kind of jazz. So you don't always have to study like exactly what you might end up doing. It's fine to be like more wide in your education and gain like the skills of the thunk and that kind of stuff. That was like a valuable thing I learned. You kind of change your way of seeing the world after you've gone through a specific education. And I imagine it's similar to, for example, if you study law. You start seeing things about the world you didn't notice before. I know, for example, it was the same way when I started doing YouTube. When it comes to, for example, public figures or politics or anything like that, I started seeing more and more about the world like, yeah, I see why things are the way they are, even though I'm just like a, little YouTube channel in my corner of the internet. It's like a lot of things about publicity and marketing and PR and debating and all that kind of stuff. Like, oh yeah, all this weird stuff in the world makes perfect sense now. I see why it is the way it is. And the same thing went with engineering. I suddenly saw a lot of different things in the world I didn't even think about before. And I think that's the valuable thing with not only education, but experiences in general. So when you pick something like that, don't be too worried about exactly what it is. If you think it's fun, and if it gives you general wisdom, it will give you a new perspective on the world. That is like one of the main values, honestly. Hi, Click, just wanted to put this out there. In the off chance you see it, save my life with your videos and community videos by making me feel normal again. Thank you. That is... Valerie, you beautiful bean. I do hope you're doing well. That is amazingly kind of you. Samaya, thank you so much for the Noble Lasso membership. Christopher, thank you for gifting 5 memberships. It's way too generous. Now you teach people how to be furries. I don't know what that is. God. People are just tossing these random words into my chat. I don't understand what it means. Ah, it's just all over the place, isn't it? Ah. Queen of Ketchup. That's such a good name. Thank you for joining the Royal Lasso Squad. You beautiful being. That's way too generous. Yogurt and Click make life better. Oh yes, indeed. I want to be as happy as people in yogurt commercials. Have you ever noticed how specifically yogurt commercials have these people that seem to be living in this kind of just unspeakable bliss? It's like, the yogurt. It's the best thing ever. I can't live without my yogurt. Everything was just sad and rain clouds and darkness. But then I found this light fruit yogurt and I can finally put up with everything in the world. And it probably makes me immortal as well. How I miss Gotland. Oh, Christina, Gotland is so nice. Such a cool place. You're making me poor. Still gonna buy those plushies. Sam, no. No. Oh my god. Plushies, man, my god. If you told me a few years ago that like, hey man, you know like the biggest, coolest thing you will ever do in your career are gonna be stuffed animals, I'd be like, what are you talking about? But it's so cool. It's so cool. It's amazing. It's amazing. What do you think the best place to socialize is? In person or online? I've been trying to socialize more, also think Severus Duck is my favorite. I mean, I really like both. I really, really like both. But socializing in person gives you... I don't know how to describe it. I'm not a physician, but socializing in person gives you a certain chemical boost to your body that you don't really get by just interacting online. So seeing people in person is very important, I think, to be like for your health, essentially. It's different amounts for different people, of course. Some people, it's like, oh, if you meet one friend a week, you're fine. For other people, they get like weirdly isolated if they're alone for more than a day. So I think it depends a lot who you are as a person. Online hangout is also so nice. Like, I have had a blast, for example, playing V Rising with Salty and Anne and Human One and a bunch of other like really fun staff members and community members and stuff over the last couple of weeks. Whenever I manage to catch them in the time zone, I always wake up in the morning and I say, oh, they're playing, they're having a night stream, and then I just hop in and have my breakfast while gaming with them, because I'm like, I'm not letting you go. And then they stay up until like 3 a.m. and I spend my entire first part of the day when I maybe should be working just playing video games with them, and it's so fun. It's so fun. Social gaming with good friends is irreplaceable, man. So I really like both. I couldn't choose just one, but I think both are important if you're into gaming. Otherwise, you can do something else that's social, of course. Will a made click calendar drop for Christmas? Ooh, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. Strange question. Have you thought about teaching what you learned from university in a YouTube video? I did actually do a couple of homework streams about a year ago, but what I realized is also that I'm a bit rusty when it comes to stuff. It's like I can very easily help people out when I get a problem in front of me, because then I can piece everything together. I did the same for Patat when she was studying a statistics course. It's like, I don't remember all the names of the formulas and exactly, you know, what connotations to use for anything in the Greek letters, but if you give me a mathematical problem, I can be like, oh yeah, this is how it all fits together, and I fix it relatively easily because I did it for half a decade. But it's difficult to teach in front of people because you don't remember what to call everything. So, yes and no. Octopus, thank you so much for joining the Lasso Squad. And that boy Philan, thank you so much for joining the Lasso Squad. You beautiful bean. Strawberry yogurt, hell yeah, Nuji. Strawberry yogurt is amazing. Oh, it's so good. I want strawberry yogurt now. God damn it, I'm getting like cravings for everything. Glass mandarin, you're beautiful, loved. Oh, love you, yes indeed, Lauren, you beautiful bean. Oh, so good. Hi Click, this will probably get buried. Been subbed to in 666 subs, and I'm very glad I stumbled across your channel. You make my day. That is so sweet. Aww. I hope you stick around. That is so cool. It's so cool to see people that have been around. Oh, that's amazing. Hi Click, I dropped out of uni 2 times already, and I'm trying again with a different degree. It's hard to find the right one, and my social anxiety doesn't help. Feeling really down, but you lifted me up. I wish you the best of luck in finding the right thing. That can be very difficult. I knew people who bounced around for a good few years until they landed in something they genuinely wanted to do. And I think it's better to bounce around now when you're young than like to realize 10 years down the line that like, oh, I don't really like this. Everything sucks, you know? It's hard sometimes to find the right path. And also one thing to realize, I think, is that you don't have to enjoy everything about it. When I went to uni, for example, I had issues with some of the courses. I wasn't a natural in everything I studied. I had to redo a bunch of exams. But it was like the greater picture was good. The friends I made, what I learned, the culture around it, the social bubble or circle or whatever you want to call it. Super nice, super valuable. I still have a few friends from those days today. And it's like the grander picture that matters. Of course, there's going to be individual things that you hate. I, for example, had a course in like multivariable calculus that I fucking hated because I failed it the first time because I was stupid. And then I tried to redo the exam, but they had changed it so much. So even though I had studied good that time, I was like, oh, now the questions are just so freaking different that I botched it anyway. And then that kept happening like over and over. I think I retook the exam like 6 times until I passed it because they kept changing it so much between the years. It was absolutely insane. And that's one of the examples of something in uni that I was like, oh my freaking god, will I ever pass this pile of garbage? But eventually I did. So, but it's just one of the small pieces that makes the whole picture. And it's important to find something where the overarching vibe is positive, where the good outweighs the bad. Because there's always going to be some bad. There's always going to be some stuff you don't like, or some social things you don't like, or whatever it might be. And of course, social anxiety doesn't make it easier. But it doesn't have to be all good, if that makes sense. That boy Phil, thank you so much for doing the Last Squad, you beautiful bean. Octopus, thank you so much for doing the Last Squad, you beautiful bean. Oh yes, indeed. I live in Visby, close to where they filmed Så mycket bättre, a misspell for sure, over 10 years ago. Best place on earth. Visby is really cozy. I've been there a few times. It's super nice. I think actually I bought this ring there. I'm not entirely sure, but I think that's where I got this one, like 20 years ago. I got it because it's cool, and then it was too big for my fingers, so it was just in a box, and then I found it recently and was like, oh, hell yeah, it fits now. A Click Karen post calendar? Oh my god. I don't know, I mostly lurk everywhere. Introvert to the max, but I can always relax to your vids and streams. My emotional support team and I are looking forward to our Mango 2.0 friend. That is so nice. Oh, I do hope you enjoy your lurking. And lurking is perfectly fine. You know, not everyone has to talk in the chat all the time just because you're watching a stream. That is perfectly fine. I lurk as well. A lot of the times when I watch content, I comment and interact a minority of the time. And even when I watch my friends' streams, it's more like, you know, I often watch like Salty or OT on my second monitor when I'm working, if they happen to be streaming, and I will pop in like a few messages saying hi, let people know I'm there, hype up the chat a bit, and then I'll just watch it in silence because I don't want to like spam it and take away from what they're doing, you know? So it's a balance, but, and then of course most content I watch I just lurk. Kim is the king of rascals, Vomar you little poo-poo. Wanna hear a joke? Okay. Rune the Rabbit, thank you so much for doing the last squad, you beautiful bean. This one is all for you. Mwah. I'm also lurking, mostly listening while working on some projects. That is amazing. That is amazing. Hey Click, don't know if you're gonna see this, but do you deal with unprovoked anxiety? I'm getting really anxious lately and it's awful. Yeah, I mean, I don't know exactly what. It's not like I've gotten anything diagnosed, but I wouldn't be surprised if I have a little bit of some kind of anxiety. What do you even call it? Anxiety disorder? Something like that? Yeah, something like that. And it's like the weirdest fucking shit. The weirdest shit. Because I would say nowadays, as a 30-year-old, I am, generally speaking, a pretty confident person. Like, I have no problem getting on stream. Like right now, there's 1,440 people watching. That's a shit ton of people. Like, imagine being on stage in front of more than 1,000 people. And it's like, I'm not even nervous. Like, this is what I do. I'm so used to it. But, on the other hand, I can get anxiety attacks from like, oh yeah, let's go have lunch at this random little restaurant place. And all of a sudden I feel trapped and claustrophobic and I'm just cold sweating and everything sucks. So it's not logical. It's not logical. It fucking sucks. So yeah, I deal with some of that stuff. Should probably get it checked up. But one thing I've noticed with it is that it also correlates with two things. It correlates with stress. It correlates with how long I've spent away from social gatherings. The longer I spend away, the harder it is to get back into it because the initial anxiety, it's like a bump you have to get over. And once your body realizes that, like, oh, there's nothing to be afraid of here, then you slowly start calming down. And the third thing is feeling of control. Anxiety is more likely to spike if, for example, you're going to a place you haven't been to before, and you don't really know how to find your way, or there's something strange, or you don't know what to expect. That will increase it. So those three factors are things I have realized over the years that I can sort of impact in various ways, which helps. So just very, very general personal tips about it, but yeah, I deal with that kind of stuff. I think a lot of people do, honestly. It just doesn't show. Drunken Draw, thank you so much for the Royal Asa Squad. You beautiful bean. This one is all for you. Mwah. So, but it is a tricky topic. Pekel juice in chat. What the frick? What does that even mean, one time? Is that an attempt at Swedish? That is absolutely awful. Well, at least I speak fluent Canadian. Sorry about it. Ooh, maple syrup. Using a super chat to call out Click, the best thing you've done is not a plush. Read the chat, man. Hopefully comfort education, that is a legacy. That is so freaking sweet. I mean, I suppose that's true. The plush is more of a symbol of something. Which is also why I take what I do very seriously. Because I see, for example, the pictures people share would say something like the emotional support demon and what that represents, and like the community and stuff. And I know also there's always two sides of this discussion. Like some people always say that, you know, they take the communities very seriously. Other people are like, oh, you're just a YouTuber, why do you take it so seriously? I think it's more of a grayscale, to be honest. It's somewhere in between all that, but it represents something, right? A lot of people have either found themselves or be comfortable or made friends, or they enjoy the content, and having something physical that represents that it's very impactful to see people share that. And that's part of the reason why I think I take a lot of responsibility with what I do on the platform, which I think shows whenever I have made a mistake, I'm very quick and eager to fix it, because I can't really stand the thought of someone, for example, having, say, a demon or a mango or something that's like a physical little thing or reminder of this community where maybe they have found themselves or someplace they enjoy and laugh at, and it breaks my heart to think about, like, oh yeah, maybe they can't look at this thing the same way anymore because something stupid I did. That breaks my heart. So stuff like that is part of the reason. And I know some YouTubers will tell you that, you know, oh, you're taking too much responsibility for strangers' well-being or whatever. Like, there's always that argument and parasocial shit and whatever. But I think that kind of falls outside of this argument. I think it's more about what you put out into the world and what kind of association people have with you. And that's something I find very important. I know that it feels almost like there is a split between creators when you grow and when you make it your job. Like, I've seen some people that reach a certain point of success and it almost feels like they think they are untouchable. Then there are some people that don't really change. They're like, they've already established who they are as a person, and, you know, whatever clout they gain online is not going to change that. And then there are other people who get, like, really, really careful. It's like, oh my god, there's so many eyes on me. Like, and some people, for even, it becomes almost a limiter, an inhibitor, that you can't do or joke what you want to. I've seen that with a lot of big creators too. So personally, I think I land somewhere between the two latter categories. I think I was a pretty well established adult before YouTube, and I don't think I've changed drastically. But on the other hand, I've also become much more responsible. Like, in the beginning of my channel, I had, like, you know, 100k subs. I was a faceless meme reading channel. I would joke about whatever and just mess around. Not anything like super outrageous or out there, but the content was more cursed. It was more like jokes that were edgier, even though it was very obvious it was more in a humorous and joking fashion. As it grew, the responsibility with it, for me at least, grew along with it. My mental health is also something I battle with. I'm going through therapy to help me deal with PTSD, and it's just nice to know I'm not alone. Much love and hugs, clicky thicky. Of course you're not alone, Christopher. I think it's so much more common than we think. I think it's super, super common. Why did the trans girl float? Ooh. That's a tricky one. I had coffee this morning with maple syrup, you know. You know, not my power. What topic? What the frick? You have coffee with maple syrup in Canada? What the heck? The frick frack? Oh my god. I will never look at Canada the same way ever again. God damn. Wanted to say thank you for your work. It brings me joy every time a new video airs, and I have fun watching them. I hope you're feeling better. You guys don't deserve the drama. Thank you so very much. For me, honestly, the main thing now is in my stuffy nose. I mean, my body and everything feels fine. I'm not sick anymore, but you still have like that post-cold stuff, so you get like stuffy after a while. I'm looking at a brand new screenshot of a famous vampire sleeping in a sawmill. Look at what the frick, I'm sorry! No! Why do you keep dragging my nice vampire body into the sawmill? God! God! Oh! Can't a little vampire sleep and blood in peace? Disgusting. My mental health is also something I battle with, going through... Oh yeah, I read that one. But that's amazing. I really appreciate the sharing, because I think it also helps people feel less alone. I only got to enjoy you for a few minutes, but I want to thank you for your content. Good night, amazing people out there, and sweet dreams, clicky. I'm gonna have sweet dreams after this amazing stream. Thank you so much. Anxiety Panda. I have anxiety disorder and can be very intrusive and hard to manage, but I try my best to carry on with life. Different grounding techniques helps. Yeah, that's something I've heard too. When you try to like just keep your head from spinning, essentially. It's like you ground yourself in here and now, and and pay attention to the things in your immediate surroundings, different exercises. It helps a bit. I've done a few of those kind of things, and it doesn't always magically work, but it's definitely something that helps a bit. My dog would like to suggest an emotional support demon Squeak toy because she has a lot of feelings. Aww! Oh, he's so sweet! As a Canadian barista, I can attest that maple syrup in lattes are amazing. Really? I have to try that now. Now that there are multiple sources telling me this is no longer statistically you can't ignore it anymore. This has statistical significance. Because she was buoyant. Oh, that's so bad it's good. Oh, God. I think the joke teller left. It's because she's buoyant. Oh, there it is again. Oh, heck yeah. Booyah, 2 super chats with the joke. That's so good. That is so good. Click, just jump on a plane and we'll have a place for you, lol. That is so nice. Yeah, when you come to Sweden, Topicky Wapicky. When are you coming to... I can teach you Swedish. And we can eat meatballs at IKEA. And go to the countryside. I need to show you how to do a typical Scandinavian sauna. Have you ever been in a sauna? I know some people that I know internationally have never been in a sauna. You said I couldn't visit you. When did I say I couldn't? You couldn't what the? That's a lie. What topic? Do you come into my to my chat and tell lies? Disgusting. Oh, look at me. Oh, blue hair, Canadian and lie. Oh, couldn't be me. Everyone didn't leave. It's not letting me send it. No, it did send. It did. It was buoyant. We got it. It's probably a super chance being laggy. You said, oh, you want to come to Sweden? We'll have to find somewhere for you to stay. You know, like a different living situation. Like a different living... I'll let you sleep in the yard. Now, we can probably make it work. That'd be nice. I mean, I don't think we have... I mean, I have one bed in here, in the studio, beside me here, but it's a bit too small for 2 people. But we also have a folding bed, so maybe we can put them next to each other and it turns into like a queen size. That could be an idea. That might work. Otherwise, we have a couch. Other people sent it, but it wouldn't let me. Oh, man. Click literally won't share his bed. Topicky now. I didn't know it was custom for Canadian people to come to your household and share the bed the first time, but as a Swede, Swedes are very socially awkward but also very promiscuous. I do not mind such an offer. Sweden is a cold, harsh place, and bodily heat is one of the few comforts of life. How do you think we survive the winters? I suppose you have a point. Maple syrup and body heat. Oh yes, indeed, topicky wapicky. It's like with bears, You just eat a lot of syrup, and then you just nest the winter. That's beautiful. What do you think will happen? Oh, that's a... Alex, that's like... that's a different mood than the stream, fam. Oh, God. It's not a drama stream, fam. I mean, to be honest... I'm not really interested in dragging things out. I just want to play my video games, do my chill stream, and just like chill. So, the only reason I ever addressed anything was because really nasty things were said about me, and I'm like, man, maybe it's good to set the record straight that my Discord isn't the place for diddly fiddlers, That's probably a good idea. So, I have no, wishes of anything. Are we still streaming together in a few days? Yes! We need to play more ghost games, OT. We need to play more ghost games. Oh, that is so good. That is so good. What's the name? What's it called? Which one? I always forget the name. It's Phasmophobia. I said Demonologist. I just brought up my Steam. I had a lot of fun with the Demonologist. Because I love the feeling that every house has like a mini campaign in it. And you get to figure out the puzzles and the jump scares. Of course, it's less replayability. Because puzzles are the same thing every time and that kind of thing. But it's super fun to play through it for, the first time on every map. Super fun. Oh, yes. How many trans people does it take to change a light bulb? How many trans people does it take to... I don't know. How many does it take? Thank you, Min, for gifting a membership, you beautiful bean. And Tommy, click for your important part in making internet a better place. You deserve to be healthy in body and mind and only receive good... That's so sweet. Oh, so sweet. I mean, the internet is always like a Wild West, to be honest, but yeah. If you're a Babylon 5 fan, click, or even not into it, here's a quote you might enjoy. I will post in parts. I have no idea what that is. Zachary, thank you so much for the 7 Czar. 1, but transphobes would say they're deceiving kids. Oh my god. My emotional support team and I both love y'all. Thank you for always being your authentic selves. Truly a highlight of my day to see your sweet face. That's so sweet. Oh, people are way too wholesome, man. It's absolutely bonkers. Does your Discord server have a mental health help box cutie thingy? I would like to talk a bit to people that can help me with words. I don't know what that means. Help box cutie. I don't know what that is. I'm sorry. Oh, this song is a vibe. Hell yeah. Social excited too, but I push myself at festivals sometimes. The first hours and some moments are hard, but I have a 95% fun. Every social battery is empty now. I have a blast though, y'all. Yeah, I can relate to that. It's like the bump. You know, the anxiety usually spikes before an event, on the way to event, and in the beginning. And then after a while, it's like, then your body slowly realizes there is no danger in this. But it's like this bump, and it all often makes you like not go to things sometimes, which is a shame because it stops you from kind of living life to the fullest, which is yuck. It's an earth food. They're called Swedish meatballs. It's a strange thing, but every sentient race has its own version of these Swedish meat. Every sentient race. Anna Bixley, thank you. Binksley, thank you so much for the Canadian shekels, you beautiful bean. This one is all for you. Click wearing cowboy hat when in the calendar. Oh, maid outfit with like cowboy stuff. Ooh, that sounds like a vibe. Topic, he says, Discord servers are not specifically built to assist with mental health conversations, but resources can be found to connect with professionals who don't specifically have time and ability to help. Yes, indeed. I mean, neither of us, we're just creators. I don't think we'll be able to provide a service like that. And my reasoning for that is that, I mean, of course, if I have a magical button where I would be able to provide it, I would press that. But the truth is that we don't know. We're not trained professionals. We wouldn't know how to even vet people who could do that. So it could potentially make things worse. The best we can do is to make sure our communities are welcoming, that nobody gets targeted or has, you know, a worse time in the community, and then make sure that our resources that are accessible if something comes up. And I think that's what we both do, and that's, I think, all you can really ask for in a creator space. I think you missed my stupid chat earlier. I don't actually know. Well, it's long gone now, if that's the case. God, I don't know. Dear God, I'm struggling to keep up so bad, man. We have had, wait, hold on. We have had, does it actually say? Shopping, why is there a shopping? Oh, it's for merch. I was like, why is there a shopping tab in my stream? It's not actually linked though, so don't worry about it. I don't think it says. Oh, that's a shame. Oh well, I'll find out later. I suspected one of those great universal mysteries with which will either never be explained or will drive you mad if you learn the truth. About meatballs? I like truth about meatballs. Click an OT, I am 46-year-old that follows you both because you're both a positive influence. I salute you both. Thank you. Dana, that is so sweet. That is so sweet. Thank you so much. I've noticed that the audience has like a very... The audience is incredibly diverse, which is super cool. I used to think I was a man stuck in a woman's body. Then I was born. I am FTM and stole this because it resonated with me. Oh, that's really cool. That is super cool. That reads almost like a poem. You can make like a, what's it called, a haiku out of it? Hell yeah. Grew up in a boomer-ass household. Never had the balls to think for myself until I started watching your videos. Whenever I'm depressed or stressing, always up. That is so sweet. That is so sweet. I do hope you end up in a place where you feel like people around you are a bit more on your wavelength. Hey, Klee, just wanted to say thank you so much for your wholesome videos. At least, well, maybe some of them. I am struggling with a lot of stress and grief over the loss of a close friend. your positive I selves. That is so odd. Leah, I do hope you get through it okay, and that you have other people to share the grief in. Losing people is one of the, like, oddly absolute things about life. And I don't think it ever gets easier. You never get used to it because it's so different with every person. But I hope you get through it okay. I checked my analytics this morning, and 88% of the community is adults, with a huge number being legit doctor-age adults. It's wild connection, so many. I have that happening in my comment sections all the time. Whenever there's like a silly post in like a Confident Incorrect video or something, the amount of comments are like, I am actually a 45-year-old doctor, and up to this post is shit. And it's like, it's so funny. It's so fun. Yo, click, check my MC server. It's in tickets. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I really appreciate the super chat and invitation. I'm very humbled, but the ticket system is for like issues on the server. It's not for Minecraft invitations. I'm sorry, but thank you so very much for the super chat. I do hope you have a lot of fun on your Minecraft server. I know it can be a blast. I used to have a realm with some friends, and I got stuck just breeding horses. They were like completing the game like, no, I want the perfect horse stats. I'm gonna breed horses for 3 days. Oh, that was so good. As in 3 real-life days, not Minecraft days. Please, amateurs. For context, the quote was of a character called Gakar. Babylon 5 is an old series about aliens on a space station learning to get along for diplomacy. Oh, that sounds really cool. It sounds like maybe a more developed political version of Spore. I don't know, maybe Spore isn't that, like, delicate. I just make creatures with, like, super thick butts. They just run around and eat people. I didn't transition because I was getting into the right body. I transitioned because I wanted pockets. Hashtag stop fake pockets. Oh my god, that's such a weird thing, fake pockets. It's even a thing on some of men's clothing. That is wild. Like I think some of the logic is that the clothes keep their shape better, but sometimes it's like I mean, this one has real pockets, so I'm really happy about that. But with women's clothing, it's more fake pockets than real pockets. It blows your mind. Would you rather only be able to drink coffee or wine for the rest of your life? Oh, that's interesting. I think, I mean, I would have to choose to not drink one of them, I guess. Or is it the only drink I can drink? Then I think I would die, because both of them drive water. So then I would definitely die, no matter which one I choose. But if you mean that I have to, like, choose to not drink one of them forever, I would probably not drink wine, simply for the mathematical logic that I drink coffee way more often than I drink wine. Thank you so much for doing name shoutouts. I unironically found one of my names from one of these. LOL. I love what you do, keeping amazing. Felix, that is so sweet. That is amazing. Thank you so much. Oh, that is so cool. I'm a 23-year-old, identifies as a large child with a drinking license. That was basically what uni felt like back in the day. That was so good. It was like, we're technically adults, but we can be childish for a few more years. I think the trick to being an adult and having fun in life is to never, like, grow up. Like, you should have responsibility, right? There's a difference between being responsible and being boring, you know? The more fun adults I have in my life are people that are responsible, they're reliable people, they're like functioning adults, but they know how to have fun and how to, like, relax and be childish. Good night, everybody. Thank you for an amazing stream. Click. Good night, Purple. I do hope you have an amazing schlippity-schlup. Megid. Yes, give skirts pockets. Ooh, I would consider getting skirts if they had pockets. Hell yeah. Hey, Click. Last year was... stop scrolling, chat. Frick! Last year was really hard to me. I'm trying to... No. Publishing a book and going to a course I really like. That is amazing. Oh my god, that's a beautiful turnaround. That is so freaking good. I wish you the best of luck in your book release. That is so freaking cool. Publishing a book. God damn, that's amazing. Alexander de Blake, thank you so much for doing the Noble Lassa Squad, you beautiful bean. Is it possible to make wine from coffee beans? Goals. Ooh, there is coffee beer. There is coffee beer. I have tried it. It was like from a microbrewery. Super thick. It's like, imagine a Guinness on crack. Super thick. Pretty good, but you can't have that much because it's really strong and overwhelming. Is there anything more we can do to support you? Sunflower, the community do way too much for me. Oh my god, I do not deserve this. Like, all of it. It's fucking insane. So no, don't even think about it. Don't even think about it. No, stop. The Discord phone number verification code isn't working. It isn't messaging my phone anything. I think you would have to contact Discord support about that. We just have the setting enabled because otherwise spam bots find their way to the server. But if it isn't working specifically with your phone, that's sadly an issue. That's a technical thing with Discord or your phone. It's not something that we can do as server owners. So I would reach out to Discord support about it, like send them an email or something like that. That's probably the best way to figure it out. I'm 37 and still don't feel like a real adult. Yeah, I wonder when that's supposed to happen, right? Maybe at some point. Hi, Clicky. Hello. How are you doing, you beautiful bean? I do hope you enjoy your stay. Then give it back, you monster. Maybe in form of a thirst trap calendar with one topic. Oh yeah, one topic. What do you think? Should we do a thirst trap maid outfit calendar? I think that could be a vibe. What do you think? Is that a vibe? Is he still in the chat? Topicky, do you want to do a thirst trap maid outfit calendar? If you're still there. Maybe he's editing videos now. It's very possible he's editing videos. Anyway, Alien Ace Cat, thank you so much for gifting 5 memberships, you beautiful. This one is all for you. Mwah. We just level up doesn't mean we grow up. That is true. That's very true. Well, I'll have to ask OT about the thirst trappy calendars. I think that's just a natural career path, right? Speaking of life choices and career paths and that kind of thing, one career path you should always be on is maid outfit calendars. Hell yeah. I just told my best friend I was non-binary and still coming down from the anxiety rush. It went really well. That is so cool. Oh, congratulations. That is amazing. That is amazing. Click. If you won't say something to me, I will spam one topic. I don't think you can. I don't think they have their DMs and stuff enabled, and if you spam them here, you'll be banned. So don't do that. Hey, cutie randos, please stop the spam. If you click down to see the first time, change a message and comment again. Yeah, no, it's really hard to keep up with all the messages. Sadly, it's not an expectation that can always be met. I try my best to read chats, of course, that's always the vibe, but some messages will always slip by because I can't read that fast. That would be something, though. Imagine if I spent 5 years just practicing reading speed, so I can just read through the chat. Oh my god, that'd be so cool. That'd be so cool. Now I'm tempted to do that just because. If it's even possible. Is it possible? God damn. Oh. Why do we exist in this world? That's a deep question. Mainly just pure chance, I would say. I think the why or the meaning is a very subjective idea to begin with. I don't think the universe inherently has meaning because it's something just we made up. So I think the question would need to be reframed depending on if you're looking at an objective perspective or through your own subjective human mind, so to say. I got told I am doing... Oh no! I'm a... repulsed ace. Yeah, it's very silly. That word, I feel, is being tossed around to everything nowadays. It's so freaking weird. I had a short recently where someone got accused of that kind of stuff because they were teaching math. You know, they were oh, statistics with a die. And it's oh my god, you're tricking kids to get into gambling. And say, it's a dice, man. It's a dice, though. God damn. Watching you be supportive in your gay, IRL/accidental eyes on the gay, etc. videos help me be more comfortable with my identity. Thank you and keep being a great person. PJ, that is so sweet. Thank you so much for the 10, you beautiful bean. Thanks for distracting me from boring TEFL grammar. There is no grammar here. Grammar isn't real. Hey, did you have a channel where you played Amnesia? It's the same channel. The videos are still here. You just have to sort by oldest. So, yeah. No, it's the same channel. It's this channel. I just changed the name a few years ago. That was back in the days, though. God damn, I think I made my first Amnesia video 2010 or something. That was wild. A little atonement for when I made the mistake of financially supporting someone. Oh, not good. You deserve all the love and joy. Sending love and joy from Northern California. Olivia, that is so sweet. Thank you so very much. I'll spend it all on pineapple pizza. Thank you so much. Not the sunny part. Oh man. Magdalena, I'll be such a boomer at work with a coworker who ooh-woos and oh-ohs if it weren't for you, so thanks, I guess. Throwing some love clicky topic in, guys, from... Oh, that's so sweet. That is so sweet. Thank you so much. It's good that you learned the uos and ovos. The videos are educational after all. Videos on Click for me are my anxiety is so helpful with you and topic awesome. Wholesome, feel welcome. That is so sweet. Oh, that is so sweet. Thank you. Been trying to get you to respond to me because you on topic of my favorite. Thank you for the response. Aww. Kaylee, now I feel bad. I do hope you have a nice day. Just don't threaten about spamming people, okay? That's not the way to get attention, alright? But I hope you're happy with at least the second reply, okay? Don't spam people. We love you, okay? Don't worry about it. We always appreciate having you in our streams, okay? Hey Click, binged your vids recently as my friends. You also made me learn 6th grade math again because of your Click Academy. Hell yeah! Oh, that's beautiful. More math to the people, baby. Ah, that is so good. Studying to teach English to Finns, send help? Finnish is a tricky language. Very tricky. I'm a cis-het woman. I've had so many people come out to me. I connect with your ability to accept people, even if you can't exactly relate. I think that's just a part of life. Thinking that you're gonna relate to everything, and that has to be a prerequisite for like accepting something is so weird. Like even if you don't even talk about, you know, LGBTQ topics or gender or orientation, there are so many things in life you're not gonna relate to, whether it be passions or motivations or whatever it might be, or just feelings in general. So this idea that you can't be empathetic to something or can't be simply accepting of something just because you yourself don't relate to it is very weird, because if that was a standard we apply, we would be non-accepting to like 99% of stuff in the world. It would be absolutely atrocious. When do you think you're gonna upload on the ASMR channel again? It's been a long while. Oh yeah, that's one of the projects that's kind of fallen by the side, hasn't it? It would be fun. I just have too many projects up in the air. That's the explanation, sadly. Thank you for your kind words. Your channel makes dark days more happy. Love from Portugal. That is so sweet. Did you cut off circulation? I hope not. Good evening from Germany. Had kind of a bad day today, so thanks for the wholesome stream and have fun with the pineapple pizzas. Oh, there's gonna be so many pineapple pizzas. Oh, it's gonna be so good. Oh, yes, indeed. Speaking of pineapple pizza, it is getting a little bit late here where I'm from, in the land of the Swedes. So I am going to kind of starting to round off the stream and bid you all a very good night. It's always an absolute vibe to be here, and I do hope you enjoyed hanging out with me here today, because I enjoy hanging out with you. These streams are always an absolute blast, and I do hope to see you again in a random number. People say that young LGBTQ+ are, yeah, I know. Come from homotransphobic. Yeah, it's so, I hate that. I freaking hate that. That word is being tossed around at like, I don't know, it's starting to be used as a synonym for like, I personally don't like this, so I'm gonna call it this horrible thing. It's like, Jesus Christ! That's not the... God! Anyway, thank you all so much for vibing with me today. You beautiful, beautiful beings. I'm already looking forward to the next stream. Nudie Place, thank you so much for the membership. Mwah! And thank you all so very much. I will see you again in the very near future. Have an amazing rest of your day, night time, or whatever time is you live. Take care.